The tiger has been cornered, however, he will defend this city alone if he must. Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another custom siege battle for Total War 3 Kingdoms. We are going to be diving into this one as we have a 3 vs 2 on the cards, and let me tell you, Sun Jian does not go down without a goddamn fight. It's actually insane what he does this battle. His heroics will echo through history at this siege. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick look. We'll go on slow-mo as well whilst the artillery and stuff comes in, what the players are bringing. So I'm going to be playing as the Lubu player right here. I've got Zhao Yun and also, where is he? Where's my other commander? He's somewhere, he's right here. We've got Zhang Liao right there. On my front line, we have some of these sword guard. I've got trebuchets. I've also got some heavy cavalry ready to pour into the city. And my main archer line is going to be set up of these heavy crossbowmen. My ally over on this right-hand side is bringing a whole roster of infantry. It looks like Sun is fighting farther as we have Sun Si chilling over here. And again, he's going to be bringing a lot of these protectors of the heavens, some good cavalry, defenders of the earth, and also these yellow dragons, who I recently found out are ridiculously strong. I knew these guys were good and top tier, but I didn't realize they were as good as they were, and yeah, they just melt through some infantry. And then finally, for the attacking team, we do have the Dong himself. So the tyrants are out for blood, and you can already see over on this side the battle has commenced as the archers of the defenders are hammering away, and there's even a little bit of like a vanguard force outside the walls looking to repel any assault coming in. The artillery coming in to destroy the walls as well, do some damage, and I guess push back these Onyx dragons and other archers who are just volleying over the walls themselves. So yeah, for the defenders, we do have Zige Liang right there. We've got 2 of his units. We've obviously got Sun Jian, the man himself. Dai Wei, I think is how you pronounce that, and we've also got Zhu Chao as well. Both of these are really strong commanders, and a few other ones, and some artillery and infantry scattered throughout the city. So let's just get this bad boy started. So I think the majority of the heavy fighting actually kind of kicks itself off over on this flank, and over on this flank I get a much easier approach to the walls than say my teammates. My teammates very much have a harder time of it, whereas I'm kind of just walking in quite leisurely with Lubu as Lubu cuts down his opponents. But with all the artillery coming in, it's going to be pretty hard. You know, we're going to take casualties as we do approach these walls, but hopefully it won't be too bad. You know, if we can just get onto the walls, we should be able to start pushing back the enemy, because by the looks of it on this side, there are just so many archers hammering the attackers. And yeah, look at that, these sword guard are basically non-existent. Well, we have a cavalry charge coming out though, and this cavalry charge is going to just collide into these Onyx dragons, ripping them apart. Brutal, and basically making them non-existent. Yeah, they're just going to get absolutely rinsed. However, it does bring this expensive cavalry close to the walls, and that's going to leave them vulnerable to the archer fire, which I imagine is mainly going to be going down on them. This is a really good strategy by the defenders, because you know, it's slowed up and clumped up a large portion of infantry, but the fat man is going to be leading the assault, the big old Dong. I hope I don't get demonetized for saying that, the big old Dong. I've said it twice now, so if I'm going to get demonetized, then it's already over, boys. But yeah, he's going to chase down with his heavenly sword. Over on this side, it's a little bit more smoother. Yeah, it seems like the main defense is kind of over on that right-hand side. Over on this side, it's a little bit lighter, but still, you know, pretty brutal nonetheless, as axemen and infantry are trying to push up the siege tower, or the battering ram is getting brought forward even though the gate is currently open. Hopefully they'll sort that out. And then finally on my side, it's a little bit smoother. I've just got artillery breaking down the wall, so I feel like I'm the only one with breaches right now. But I'm hoping going to take this to my advantage and just throw forward my infantry. I've got Zhang Liao right here as well. And he's going to be charging forward with his infantry. Him and his ally, Lubu, back there. I think Lubu is also... Lubu's leading the charge with him as well. And I'm going to be flying in. It seems like these Azul Dragons weren't formed up, which is perfect for me. And yeah, he's just going to rip through them. You've got the archer fire kind of covering before the rest of the infantry does come flying in. We're going to throw in these Jin sword guards though to help out and also try and envelop them as well. But it does seem like more infantry are coming over, and there he is, Sun Jian, getting closer and closer to the fight. Okay, so we actually have a breach right there. And the cavalry's going to pour through this breach pretty brutally and kind of get stuck in their tracks, though. A few of the cavalrymen doing a nice little impact charge, but for the most part, these guys have been slowing down. And even with the Dong leading them, it's going to be kind of brutal to break their way through and kind of penetrate the defenses because there's just so much infantry here. And now that the shock cavalry has been slowing down, they're going to find it very hard to make any ground whatsoever, even with the Dong himself leading them. God, what an honourable and just guy, leading from the front. What a wonderful man. And oh, a little bit of lag right there. Hopefully that doesn't consist. I mean, we do have quite a few soldiers in this battle. 10,000 attackers and 6,000 defenders. That's kind of crazy, right? You know, 16,000 men, that's pretty gnarly. As you can see, Lubu and his best friend have just demolished these Azul Dragons. Well, not his best friend, but the man who rates duty above all right here. Killing the Azul Dragons. We've got infantry pouring forward. I also believe I have some cavalry right here. Yeah, so this is actually a really interesting strategy. So I threw in my heavy shock cavalry right here and actually made a gap. Because these guys were in like a defensive formation. You can see this pike wall right here. So these guys were in a very heavy defensive formation. But this cavalry charge basically collapsed this entire flank, meaning that I can now run soldiers through. Because he's in a formation, they don't reform. So now I can just kind of use this avenue to break my way through. And I'm immediately going after these Onyx Dragons who do so much damage. And you can see I'm just going to be charging in on them, trying to bring them down as best I can. Where is the Tiger? Is the Tiger got into combat yet? Where is he? Sun Jian, oh, he's right there, yeah. Sun Jian, so Sun Jian hasn't really done a lot. He's currently commanding, pulling the strings of the battlefield right now. Not really committing too much, but, you know, he's still doing his thing. You got Lubu and the boys coming after the Protectors of the Heaven as well on this side. But overall, it's a kind of the Defenders of the Earth are now shooting me as well, which is pretty scary. And that's why you can see I've managed to get my cavalry through. The artillery's coming in as well. And the cavalry's on after the Defenders of the Earth, because they'll just melt if I leave them alone. But yeah, my side's kind of pretty undefended. Over on this side, we're getting cavalry charging through on the towers as well. But the defenders are in a very nice sword kind of formation. I think it's shield wall. And Sun Jian rejects my my duel request, I think, right there. Over on this right-hand side, oh, we're getting a little bit of lag. It seems like it's kind of weird. It's like laggy for a couple seconds and then completely fine. I don't know what the issue is there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, so like it seems like my side is so easy compared to the other assaults. They are coming through with their Protectors of the Heaven and everything else. Over on this side, oh, I guess we'll go on slow-mo just to hopefully try and let it out. The artillery hits coming in. Perfect strike right there on the Onyx Dragons. And we also have, we have the doppelganger Zhang Liao right here. Going up against one of the... This guy's a Tiger General as well, right? The legendary bowman. You can actually see his legendary bow right there as well on his back. He's actually a beast. Amazing how he can do all these aerobatics when he's like 70 years old. He also has a pretty cool sword as well. I think it's maybe just one of the generic swords, but it looks a little bit longer than the... yeah, it's actually a unique sword as well. This is kind of like the generic legendary sword right there. Whereas this seems pretty cool. And he's, he's fighting bravely. It looks like he's going to slaughter in that fight. Yeah, he gets the damage resistance right there. The Stalwart Defender is just amazing. It's a constant 50% damage reduction. It's just insane. And I think it might be coming from him. Yeah, I think that's like an AoE ability. I'm not too sure, though, because they both have it. But either way, it's extremely strong. The Dong is pushing down this flank. I could probably just go back onto normal speed now as well. Yeah, the Dong is pushing on this flank. Sun Jian is coming over to help save his glaives right there and his Defenders of Earth. But by the looks of it, I've managed to do a really good job at killing these Defenders of Earth because they're just so good. And my crossbows have just mainly been focusing the ever-living crap out of them to bring them down. Sun Sivo has been routed on the battlefield, and the bandit dude is also getting chased down as well. As the fight does continue brutally on the front lines as the infantry try and break their way through this. They have also managed to take down some of the towers, but not all of them. The towers are still holding. Unfortunately, they need to try and kill these because the towers do so much damage. And they still haven't nerfed them in the latest patch as well. So I guess they're happy with them. I don't know. They seem very, very strong. They're easy to take down, but they still just do so much damage. The fighting is fierce though on majority of the battlefield. The archers are kind of pounding in as much arrow fire into these clumped up soldiers, and it seems like they are doing a lot of damage as the Azul Dragons hold in the breach, not giving a single inch whatsoever. Very, very strong stuff. I don't know where this lag came from, because if anything, we have less men now in the battle than before, and it was running very smoothly before. Lubu has managed to secure himself. Zhao Yun charging forward. Zhang Liao, sorry, not Zhao Yun. Zhao Yun is... I do actually have Zhao Yun. Yeah, I have Zhao Yun right there. Zhang Liao, though, charging forward. It seems like I'm having a bit of trouble over on this right-hand side, breaking through these Pearl Dragons. The Pearl Dragons are one of the strongest glaive infantry, but they're very vulnerable to missile fire, but their skill with the glaive is unmatched. And you can see them putting up a very fierce fight. Also, guys, if you are enjoying this Three Kingdoms battle, please be sure to drop a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And also go ahead and make sure you hit that bell notification so you always get notified whenever I post a video. So Lubu is charging forward. The infantry is pushing forward as well. And the Dong, the fat man, is about to take on Sun Jian. And Sun Jian hasn't really done a lot so far in this battle. He's kind of just basically stepped on my side. But don't worry, this is where he will ramp it up. I don't really know why, I think the duel was just accepted to tie him down so we can kind of kill the rest of the infantry. And it makes sense, right? If you go ahead and tie down a full strength general with one of your other kind of tanky ones, which the fat man is, you know, it's basically going to allow us to, you know, fight the rest of the army and kill the rest of the troops whilst this goes down. He's also outputting a decent amount of damage, however, if Sun Jian wins, he'll get most of his HP back anyway. And one of the other generals has already gone down, but I want to keep on board with this duel right now. Sun Jian is really strong as well, because again, he has that stalwart defender, which gives him a 50% damage reduction, and he also gets the tenacity of steel bonus as well, which ramps up over time. So you can see him continuing to just, you know, slaughter, and then finally finish him off clean. So he's already managed to take down the tyrant, who is next for him to take down. My infantry is poured into the city though. You can see we are fighting tooth and nail for the street, but we are making heavy ground. Everywhere you look, we are pushing with full force. Lubu himself is charging down Zhuge Liang. And I think we also get we're getting a duel now as well, which will be fun. The rest of the infantry is pouring in on every single side of the street. We've got some men retreating back to the city centre as fast as they can. They're still struggling to break through on this side, though. I guess the heavy infantry, yeah, this guy is a beast again. I think he gets the stalwart defender. The minus, yeah, it just makes him so strong. Reduces there. And what the hell? Lubu has already won? I don't remember that happening. Oh, yeah, for some reason he routed. I think he must have misclicked or something, and this general just routed away, which was kind of a bit anticlimactic, but I guess Lubu will take it. This general just breaking away these protectors of heaven. Oh my god, that guy just went flying. He didn't even just touched him. Yeah, that mace is just brutal. He just throws his opponents away. But we have managed to rout a bunch of people. Sun Jian is in here just getting kills. We see how many kills he's racked up so far. So he has 89 kills right now. That's not a lot, but he has killed a hero. And now he's about to fight the fight of his life. He's going to be going up against Lubu. However, Lubu is half health basically right now, and Sun Jian is kind of like 90% HP. So I think this is a pretty good kind of mix. I really wish in duels that you had kind of a better option. You know, if I was mounted and the enemy wasn't, you know, like I really wish that the general would just stay mounted, you know, and that would be an advantage to him, you know. But a fight is going to be going off. Unfortunately, this epic fight between two legends is in the middle of a tree, so it's very hard to see. That is going to be going on, and both sides are going to be fighting. I will make sure we check back in on that duel. Just want to see the rest of the infantry as they pour through the streets in full force, chasing down their opponents. And then finally, this general is about to go down. He is completely surrounded. But holy crap, Lubu has just been demolished. He's actually, I think if he was full HP, he would have won that one. But yeah, Sun Jian was kind of a little bit low. But there you go, Lubu has gone down, so Sun Jian has destroyed the Tyrant and Lubu. I've now got my Defenders of Earth turned around, training their arrows, and for some weird reason in real life, I am now acting out. I've got my hand raised in the air as if I'm shooting the bow. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but hey, I'm the one unleashing these arrows right now, and it's going into the video game. Wow, I'm a complete weirdo. I really am. But yeah, it's literally just Sun Jian left remaining on this battlefield. The brave man stands firm, and we will stay here. We will stay. We'll probably triple speed a little bit, but yeah, he is just going to be here fighting bravely. The last man of districts holding this city bravely. And as you guys saw, he was on 89 kills. Let's see how many kills he is on right now. He's already racked up basically another 280 kills. And trust me, this man is not done for. Can we actually go first person mode right now? Yeah, we can. We are bravely fighting. Here we go. This is like an RTS right now. If only I could control them. Well, is that a mod, right, for Medieval 2 where you actually just play as the commander, which is really cool.
Prepare for combat.
Yeah, look at that damage just being outputted right now. He also has a very, very good AoE ability, which I'm sure we'll see him do in a second, which honestly just does a lot of damage. And yeah, because he is this one right here, look at that damage. He just literally sends waves of soldiers down. It's like he's wielding Gol Maraz or something, you know? Channeling his inner Cole Franz.
Formation.
And he doesn't really take too much damage because of that Stalwart Defender as well. He doesn't really get taken down too quickly because he gets obviously reduces all incoming damage. I mean, just look at this right now. So basically, I've gone to capture this city center because he's just not dying. He really isn't. And we are actually kind of running out of men. I mean, we have 2,700 men left, but still, you know, he is just racking up kills. How many kills is he on right now? 647. That's pretty goddamn crazy. The rest of our soldiers are just moving in. And basically just got everything chained on him. Crossbows, missiles, infantry, anything we have. We also have a kind of a small detachment out here chasing down some generals. I guess because the battle's over in a minute anyway. But Sun Jian stands tall this day. He is indeed showing literally no mercy as he just takes after wave. More infantry charging into the battle to try and bring this brave tiger down. Will the tiger be declawed this day? Brings down another man. Also, word on the street is that we're getting blood and gore in like a week's time as well, or 2 weeks time, I think. Which is pretty exciting, right? Getting some blood and gore, I think it's going to make these battles look absolutely brutal. Oh, like some kill animations like that gonna look clean with like blood just pouring out. Probably gonna get demonetized a lot, but it'll be worth it for the awesome looking battles. He's even chopping down the flags as well. The battle is coming to its end though. Sun Jian is gonna go down fighting bravely. He was eventually gonna be slain, and there we have it. The battle of districts has now ended. But I mean, what a man. He stood, he defeated the Tyrant, he defeated Lubu, and you'll see in a second how many kills he racked up. Over 1,000 kills. 1,025 kills. One absolute madman, standing to the last, defeating his opponents. It was just epic. It really was an amazing last stand. If you guys enjoyed this, as I said earlier on in the video, be sure to drop a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.